Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my third lesson of D3 chapter number 8, exercise 8a, that is about the trigonometric ratios of obtuse angle. In this class, students will be learning and discussing question number 4. And if we read the question from the book, question 4 says that in the figure ABC is a straight line and angle BCD is of 90 degree. BC is 6 centimeter, C to D is 8 centimeter, and B to D is 10 centimeter. We have to find the value of the following. The first part is sine ABD, the second is cos DBA, and the third is tangent CBD. So let's move to the solution and discussion of each part one by one. So if we look at the diagram which is given to us, and the first situation is that we have to find sine of angle ABD, AB and D. And if we look at AB and D, this is the obtuse angle given to us. This is your obtuse angle, and recall my previous lesson that what is the relationship between the trigonometric ratios of obtuse angle and acute angle. In order to find the answer for the trigonometric ratio of this obtuse angle, we have to find the sine of this adjacent acute angle, and sine of adjacent acute angle, this will be equal to sine of angle, which angle? ABD, and this is CBD, sine CB and D. And we know that trigonometric ratio sine requires opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite upon hypotenuse is 8 by 10, or we can take it as 4 by 5. Coming to the second part of the question, that is the cosine of DBA. Cosine DBA, again we have to find the cosine of this obtuse angle. In order to get the cosine of this obtuse angle, we have to find the cosine of adjacent acute angle. But we know that what is the relationship between the cosine of acute and obtuse angle? That cosine of obtuse angle is minus time the cosine of acute angle, and the formula for the cosine is adjacent upon hypotenuse, and adjacent is BC. This is will be equal to cos BC or CBD minus tan CB and D angle, and this is minus 6 by 10 or minus time 3 by 5. I hope you are really clear about this. And coming to the third situation, that tangent of CBD. Tangent CBD, in this part we are just required to find the tangent of acute angle. So tangent CBD will be equal to opposite upon adjacent, that is CD upon BC. CD is 8 by 6 or 4 by 3, 2 4s are and 2 3s are, 4 by 3, and which is equal to 1 whole 1 by 3. I hope you are clear about this question, and let's move to the next question, and let me read the question from the book. Question 5 says that in the figure QRS is a straight line and angle Q PQR is 90 degree Meyer, and PQ is X. QR is 40 and PR is 41 centimeter. Then the first requirement is that we have to find the value of X, and then after finding value of X, we have to find the answers of the different trigonometric ratios, that is sine PRS, and the second is cos PRS, and third is tangent PRQ. So in order to find the values of different trigonometric ratios, first of all we have to find the value of X, because we know that the trigonometric ratios are the ratios of the different sides of the triangle, and the triangle has to be the right angle triangle. So let's go to the solution and finding of value of X, as X is the height and we are given with the hypotenuse and base. So by using Pythagoras theorem, 41 square will be equal to X square plus 40 square. Do not forget the rule of Pythagoras theorem. 41 square is 1681 1681 x square plus 1600, shift 1600 to other side, 1681, and minus 1600 will be giving me x square, or 81 equals to x square. Sorry. In order to get value of x, I have to take a square root on both sides, and my equation will take the form x equals to 9. So the value of height is 9 centimeter. 9 centimeter. Now, moving to the second part, that we have to find the sine PRS. Sine PRS. Now look at the diagram. Focus your attention that this is the trigonometric ratio sine of the obtuse angle, and recall my previous lesson and recall the relationship between the sine of acute angle and sine of obtuse angle. That sine of obtuse angle will be equal to trigonometric ratio sine of the acute angle, which is PR and Q. PR and Q. And formula for the sine is opposite upon hypotenuse, and that will be equal to 9 by 41. 9 by 41. Moving to the second part, that is cos PRS. Cosine of the trigonometric ratio PRS, and where PRS is the obtuse angle. Again, we know that the relationship between the cosine of the acute angle and obtuse angle is that cosine of obtuse angle equals to minus time cosine of adjacent acute angle, that is PRQ angle. PR and Q angle. And now formula for the cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So this will be minus 40 by 41. And moving to tangent PRQ. Tangent PRQ, the requirement is just the acute angle, and recall the formula for the tangent of acute angle, that is opposite upon adjacent. So it will be 9 by 40. If you are clear about the relationship between the trigonometric ratios of acute angle and obtuse angle, these questions will really be easy for you. And these questions will not only be tested in trigonometric ratios, these questions can also be tested in coordinate geometry. Moving to question number 6, and question 6 says find the acute angle whose sine is. We have to find acute angles whose sines are given, as in the question the value of the angle is positive, so it means that you have to take the acute angle. So let the angle be x if we are assuming that angle is x, and as the answers of sine are given, so sine x will be equal to 0.52. Really easy questions. We have done enough practice of these all concepts in D2 chapter basic trigonometric ratios. So sine inverse of 0.52, and this gives me 31.3. 31.3. Find the acute angle, so I have to put the degrees. Moving to the second part, if we are supposing that x, let the angle be x, the acute angle equals to x, therefore sine of x will be equal to 0.75. X equals to sine inverse 0.75, sine inverse of 0.75, and this gives me 48.5. okay, and degrees. Coming to the next part, that is 0.875. So again, sine of x will be equal to 0.875, and x will be equal to sine inverse 0.875, and sine inverse of 0.875, and this gives me 61.04 degrees. Moving to the last part, we will be assuming that sine of x equals to 0.3456 and x equals to sine inverse of 3456, sine inverse of 0.34, sine inverse of 0.3456, sine inverse of 0.34, let me recheck it, 0.3456, and this gives me 20.21. X equals to 20.2 degrees. Okay, students, I hope you are really clear how to find the trigonometric ratios of acute angle and obtuse angle, and what is the relationship of trigonometric ratios of sine and cosine with the acute angle and obtuse angle, and how to find the angle when the trigonometric ratio sine is given. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.